All right, this is it. Number one on my fantasy playlist, October 9th, 2004. Boy, what a story I got on the producer of this record. But let's talk about the song first. Number one, up from number five the previous week. Lean Back, a crunk classic by Terror Squad featuring Fat Joe. He does most of the lyrics and the verses, although Remy Ma, who I think is an underrated rapper. She sings on the second verse of this record, Remy Ma, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. And this one went to number one here in the United States, and that gets me. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a good crunk record, but then you got this great dance record I had at number two, the Ozone record with Dragostea and Denti, which went to number one all over Europe. Didn't do anything here in America, but hey, that's America. Terror Squad featuring Fat Joe and Remy Ma, uh, shot at a mansion in Hollywood Hills. That's in Los Angeles. That's where the video was shot at. Now I got to talk about Scott Storch, the guy who produced this tune. I mean, this guy was running on success. He was very successful. He produced Lean Back. He was one of the original members of The Roots, a keyboard player back in the early 90s. He went into production. He worked with Dr. Dre on his album, Still Dre. I believe that was the name of that album, Still Dre. If I can find it, I've got chicken scratch all over the place. Well, here's the bottom line. He's worked with Dr. Dre. He's worked with Snoop Dogg. He's worked with 50 Cent and The Game. He's worked with Little Kim, Christina Aguilera, Beyonce. He's produced tracks with all these artists. And the bottom line is this. By 2006, Scott Storch was worth $70 million. And he blew it. He got into a bad cocaine habit. He was buying up stuff like you wouldn't believe. He had a mansion in Miami, down near Miami, on Palm Island, I believe was the name of the place. He bought a private jet, a 117-foot yacht. He purchased 20 luxury cars, 20 luxury cars. 10 of them he says he bought while he was high on cocaine. And the habit caught up with him. He fell behind on his child support. He fell behind on his property taxes. The cocaine habit just enveloped him. And he blew. He went through $30 million in less than 6 months. Scott Storch did, the producer of Lean Back. Boy, talk about a fall. He was also arrested for grand auto theft. What happened was he leased a Bentley. I can't talk, it's leased. A Bentley. And never returned it. He leased it out for 3 years and never returned it. He got busted for that. And he did report to rehab in 2009. He filed for bankruptcy and then was arrested for cocaine possession again in 2012 and was released on bail. And hopefully he's doing a little bit better now. But boy, you talk about a fall and a half. That's Scott Storch. And that's Terror Squad at number one with Lean Back, produced by Scott Storch. And that's it on this countdown. Now, my next fancy playlist countdown on my Second Millennium channel, that date it'll be a current one. I just compiled this fancy playlist. Here it is right here. I'll even show it to you. This is my fancy playlist I compiled for November 2nd, 2014. Got my top 40 extras and my ads over here. And that will be the next one. Now, I might change my mind and decide to do something like November 9th, 2014, or maybe November 16th, 2014. But it will be a current playlist that I compiled recently. But right now, I'm tentatively going to do the next fantasy playlist I will count down will be November the 2nd, 2014. Anyway, if you watched any of these videos, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next countdown. Take care.